If you could get 2 or 5 or even 10 times more customers overnight, would you do it? If you could almost guarantee your business attracts more customers than it currently does, would you do it? It sounds too good to be true, I know. But in just a second, I'll outline the influencer marketing process that companies like HubSpot, Orange, and even Heineken use to do exactly that. My name is Josie, and I work at Favicon, an AI-powered influencer marketing platform that has helped over 10,000 brands find ideal influencers for their campaigns. Over the last 5 years, we've spent countless hours talking to our customers about what works and doesn't in their influencer marketing campaigns. And let me tell you, most of the things we're learning are the exact opposite of what you can find scrolling Google. We've gathered all the knowledge our customers have been so kind to share with us and turned it into an influencer marketing process anyone can use to get a flood of buyers into their business, even if your budget is as low as just a couple $100s. It consists of 3 parts: picking the right influencer, the right number of influencers, and the right format for your product. And the first one brings me to probably the most important part of this video. When most people think about influencer marketing, they imagine dropping thousands of dollars to get Kim Kardashian to hold their products. Let me tell you something that might shock you. Some of the most successful influencer campaigns we've seen at Favicon didn't cost more than $500. How? Let me explain. On the left, we have a macro influencer with 1 million followers, charging $5,000 for a single post. And on the right, we have 5 micro influencers with 20,000 followers each, charging $100 per post. Now let's do some quick math. The macro influencer has 1 million followers, 1% engagement rate, which is the industry average for large accounts, 10,000 engaged followers, and cost $5,000. And the 5 micro influencers have 100,000 total followers, about 20K each, 8% engagement rate, which is the industry average for micro influencers, 8,000 engaged followers, and costs $500. Those 8,000 engaged followers from micro influencers are actually more likely to convert. Why? Because micro influencers have something that bigger influencers don't: trust. You can spend $5,000 on a single post from a beauty influencer with 500,000 followers. Sure, your product will reach a lot of eyes at once, but it'll also vanish in the sea of content noise shortly after. Or you can take a smarter route and work with 8 micro influencers with a high authority in their niche for the same price and multiply the number of the right eyes you will reach with your product. But here's the real secret. It's not just about finding smaller influencers. It's about finding the right smaller influencers. And this brings me to what I like to call the triple match method. When you're looking for micro influencers, you want to match 3 things: their audience demographics, their content style, and their values. Let me show you exactly how to find these perfect matches using Favicon. Now that you know how to spot the right influencers, let's talk about something that trips up even experienced marketers. How many influencers do you actually need? We've seen countless brands make the same mistake. They spread their budget across too many influencers, hoping that more is better. But here's the truth. It's not about quantity, it's about strategic saturation. Let me explain what I mean with what we call the power of 3 principle. When your target audience sees your product from 3 different trusted sources within a short time frame, something magical happens. It creates what psychologists call the mere exposure effect. People start recognizing your brand and, more importantly, trusting it. Here's how to apply this. Scenario 1, the starter strategy. Choose 3 to 5 micro influencers, same niche, different content styles, total reach, 50,000 to 100,000 followers, with an estimated budget of $300 to $700. Scenario 2, the growth strategy. Choose 6 to 8 micro influencers, mix of 2 to 3 related niches, total reach, 100,000 to 200,000 followers, with an estimated budget of $800 to $1,500. And scenario 3, the scale strategy. Choose 10 to 15 micro influencers, multiple niches, staggered posting schedule, total reach, 200,000 plus followers, with an estimated budget of $1,500 to $2,000. But here's the key, and this is something we've learned from analyzing thousands of campaigns at Favicon. You want to coordinate these posts within a 2-week window. Why? Because it creates what we call a visibility burst. What's the difference? When people saw the product multiple times in a short period, it created FOMO, fear of missing out. It made the product seem like it was everywhere and people didn't want to be left out. But here's where it gets really interesting. By coordinating your micro influencers this way, you're not just reaching more people, you're creating a movement. And that brings us to the 3rd crucial element, picking the right format for your product. This is where most brands completely miss the mark. They see a competitor's successful campaign and try to copy the exact same format. But here's the thing, what works for one product might be a total flop for another. Let me show you what I mean with what we call the format framework. F is for function. How does your product solve a problem? O is occasion. When do people use it? R is results. What's the before and after? M is for mood. What feeling does it create? A is for action. What do you want people to do? And T is for timing. When should people see this? Let's break this down with real examples from our clients. For physical products, unboxing videos work great for premium packaging, before-after demonstrations for visible results, and day in the life for lifestyle products. For digital products, use tutorial-style content showing quick wins, screen recordings with real results, and problem-solution storytelling. And for services, use client testimonial-style videos, behind-the-scenes content, and process breakdowns. Notice how none of those formats are perfectly curated ads disguised as influencer posts. We do not want that. Why? Because authenticity beats perfection every single time. Your micro-influencers' power lies in their relatability, not their production value. Here's a quick cheat sheet for matching your product with the right format. If your product has visible results, then use before/after journey content. If it saves time/money, then show problem solution demonstrations. Is lifestyle based, then incorporate day in the life content. Is technical, then show tutorial plus quick wins. Is luxury, then create unboxing plus experience sharing content. But here's the real insider tip. The best performing campaigns don't just stick to one format. They use what we call the triple threat approach. Educational content to show how, social proof content to show why, and with FOMO, fear of missing out content to show when. But let me show you exactly how to implement this. The idea is simple. Each influencer creates 3 different types of content that work together to push your audience through the buying journey. Number 1, educational content. The how. This is where your influencer shows their audience exactly how to use your product or service. But here's the key, it's not just about features. It's about quick wins. Let's say you're building a productivity app. Your influencers could create 60-second morning routine videos, quick task organization tutorials, or a day in the life productivity hacks. As a result, their audience doesn't just understand your product, they can envision using it themselves. Number 2, the social proof, the why. This is where most brands stop, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Social proof content shows real results and authentic experiences. But here's what works best. Progress tracking content, honest reviews including minor critiques, comparison videos with other products, and real-time reaction videos. Pro tip, we've found that content showing small, achievable results outperforms dramatic transformations by 3 times. But why? Because it feels more attainable to the viewer. Number 3, FOMO content, the when. This is the secret sauce that turns viewers into buyers. FOMO content creates urgency without being pushy. The best FOMO content includes limited time offers, behind-the-scenes previews, join me challenges, community events, or initiatives. Now here's where the magic happens. The sequence actually matters. Week 1, educational content drops first. Week 2, social proof content follows. Week 3, FOMO content seals the deal. Now compare this sequence to some random posting about your product here or there. As we learn from our clients, clarity and organization in influencer marketing is one of the most crucial parts. Because you're investing your money to a channel you don't own, you have to make sure you're making the most bang out of your buck. Now that you understand the triple threat approach, let's talk about how to actually implement this with your influencers. But before we dive into that, let's quickly recap what we've covered. Why micro-influencers often outperform bigger accounts. How many influencers you actually need. The format framework for choosing content types. And the triple threat approach for planning your sponsored content. And if you're finding this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more insider tips on influencer marketing. And if you want to try these strategies yourself, check out Favicon using the link in the description. We're offering a special deal for viewers of this video. Now let's talk about how to put all of this together into a campaign that actually drives results. Let me show you a simple 3-step process that any business can implement today. Step 1, the perfect match setup. Open up Favicon and find 5 micro-influencers in your exact niche. Look at their last 5 posts and check their last 5 brand collaborations. Here's what you're looking for. Consistent engagement, not just likes, but meaningful comments, genuine interactions with their audience, and professional but authentic approach to brand deals. Pro tip, don't just look at their follower count, look at their engagement rate. On Favicon, we've found that micro-influencers with 10,000, 50,000 followers typically have the sweet spot for engagement. Step 2, the outreach template. Here's a template. Hey content creator, love your content about X specific post. The way you X specific detail really resonated with me. We're X brand name, and we're looking to collaborate with authentic creators who have X shared value. Would you be interested in trying our product and sharing your honest experience? Budget X number, timeline X date, creative freedom full. Notice what we did there. We made a personal connection first, provided a clear value proposition, We were upfront about budget and emphasized on the creative freedom. This will help you get more responses to your outreach efforts and won't make you look like you're trying too hard. Step 3, the campaign calendar. Here's where most people go wrong. They launch everything at once. Instead, use this proven timeline. Week 1. The first 2 days, you'll focus on initial outreach. The following days, days 3 and 4, contract and briefing, then days 5 to 7, product shipping. Now into week 2, days 8 to 10, creators should start create content, and days 11 and 12 are left for review and feedback. Then finally, days 13 and 14 are coordinated for posting. Now here's the game-changing tip we've discovered at Favicon. Instead of just posting and praying, create what we call a content echo chamber. Have your influencers post within 48 hours of each other. Reshare their content on your brand's social media. Run paid ads using their best performing content. This approach typically results in more reach, more engagement, and higher conversion rates. And remember, you don't need a massive budget to start. One of our most successful clients started with just $300, working with 3 micro-influencers. Within 6 months, they had scaled to working with 25 influencers and saw their revenue grow by 400%. Even if your influencer marketing budget is $0 right now, there still are ways to build great influencer campaigns. We're currently working on a detailed video about that, so if you're curious, subscribe to our channel not to miss it. Before we wrap up, let me give you one final piece of advice that could make or break your campaign. Always track your results. Use unique discount codes for each influencer, UTM links, and branded hashtags. This data is gold for optimizing your future campaigns. And if you're serious about scaling your influencer marketing, check out Favicon. Exclusively for viewers of this video, we've prepared a special 20% off for coupon code for all subscriptions. Just use code YouTube at signup. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell to catch our next video on advanced influencer marketing strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.